Okay. Now we created two controllers, correct? My controller 1 and my controller 2, correct?
Right.
And also I registered the two controllers with module name as my module, my app.
Right.
So inside this you can able to access the controllers inside this
My app.
Why? Because you have already registered, correct?
Right.
So how to access that controllers data inside your my app? So if you want to access the data from a particular controller, what you have to do? You have to write a div tag.
Yeah.
And this is, you have to remember this is a syntax for AngularJS, ng-controller, and you have to give the controller name, and this is starting tag and this is ending tag, correct?
Right.
And if you want to access the data, to open two flower brackets starting and opening and closing, in between you have to give the model name.
Right.
So now I am trying to access the data from controller 1. So inside the controller 1, so what is the model name? ABC, correct? Okay, let me here I had to give ABC, correct?
Second one is
Name. Now my model view controller, everything is ready.
Yeah.
Now go back. Okay, let me add here one break. So otherwise what will happen? So entire everything will be coming in one line. So
Yeah.
if you will add break, so next data whatever you are trying to display here, it will come to the next line.
Right.
So here also let me add one break. My keyboard also not working properly. So now what it will do, some data I am adding one break line. So above I don't want to display everything in one line, so I added one break. So now
Right.
let me restart my server. My server is restarting. And the port number is 9990.
Yeah.
So now let me access my application. So 9990. So 0, press enter. So now we can able to access, correct? Course founder 1 and some data. This is second controller and this is first controller.
Right.
So basically this is a model data, correct? You can able to access the model data from the controller. From the controller inside the view, correct?
Right.
So this is one example. Let me give another example so that you will get more clarity.
Okay.
Okay, let me write another simple example. The same like one simple controller, Angular underscore 2 Angular 2. So finish it. So I created another web application. So inside that what I want to do, I want to copy this basic Angular.js and I will copy all the files, but I will rename it. I will recode it everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now go back to HTML page. First to remove all those things.
Yeah.
So only body is there, okay?
Yeah.
And every time you have to import this AngularJS and your module registration file.
Right.
Okay, now go back to your my module.js. So here it's a plain HTML and only body is there, nothing is there, correct?
Right.
Go back to my module and this is your module registration, correct?
Yeah.
And this is your controller, correct?
Right.
So let me remove the second controller. Let me make it very simple one.
Okay.
Okay, let me. So going forward, we will use one controller. Just for understanding purpose, I created two controllers. Okay, that is up to
Right.
you based on your requirement. You can use one controller or second controller. Okay, now this is your controller and this is your model.
Right.
Now what I'm going to tell you is I want to tell you the two-way binding. I told you, right, whenever your model is modifying, so
Yeah.
wherever
Two-way
your
binding.
model name is using in, I told you two pages like customer update, customer window and customer details. Some two windows you open in one page. In one window you updated customer date of birth, correct?
Yeah.
So in another window also it should reflect, correct,
Yeah.
the updated date of birth. So if you are using same model name in all the windows, so in one window if you are modifying your model data, so it should reflect in all the windows, correct?
Yes.
So that is called two-way binding.
Yes.
Okay, let me, what I want to do now, I want to display this value in my view. So how
Yeah.
to display it? First what I had to do, I had to write some div tag, div.
Yeah.
So this is my div. So how to access the controller? Ng hyphen controller
Control.
equal to my controller name. So what is the controller name? With what name I registered? I registered my controller with controller1, correct?
Yep.
So this is the name. Let me give this one. So now inside this I can able to access the model data, correct?
Right.
So now what I want to do, I want to create a simple text field. So
Okay.
how to create a text field? Input type equal to text, correct?
Yeah.
And we are giving some name, correct? Like what is this name, username, password, field, something, correct?
Yeah.
So here, right, what I want to give ng hyphen model. So why I am using this model, right? So as part of the text field, I want to display my model value. I want to display this value in my text field.
Yeah.
So basically, you created one text field, and as part of the text field, I want to display my model value. So what is my model name?
ABC.
ABC, correct?
Yep.
So here, whenever you are trying to access, you have to give here model and close the. Now you are creating text field, and inside the text field you are trying to display your model value.
Right.
Now go back. So we have to deploy the second application into the server, correct? Right
Yeah.
click,
Yeah.
run on server. So remove all those things. I want to deploy only Angular 2 and finish
Yeah.
it. Restart. Now just I am trying to create one simple text field, and inside the text field I am trying to display my model data.
Right.
Inside text field you can able to see your data, correct?
Yep.
Just simple text field you created, and inside the text field you are displaying the data, correct?
Right.
Also I want to display below the text field the name. So what I want to do, I want to display here, can display here name colon text field. So this value from where you are getting? Basically
Yes, from name.
controller, correct?
Controller.
Okay, now name colon. So what I want to do here, now I'm modifying here. I modified this value.
Yep.
Basically if I'm modifying the value means indirectly you updated model, correct?
Yeah.
So say for instance, just below I am displaying the, I want to display my model value. So how to display it? I have to give here, what is the name here? ABC.
Model name. Yep.
ABC, correct? So
Yeah.
inside the text field I am displaying the model value. Also below the text field also I am displaying the model value, correct?
Right.
And name is same, so value also you should give the same. So let me add one break so that it will come down, correct?
Yep.
So how to add one break here? Otherwise everything will come into the one line. Now go back here. Add one break. See, value is same here. Here is a text field and here is a read only. Correct?
Yep.
Why? Because we are using same model name. Correct?
Yeah.
So now it is editable. Correct?
Yeah.
So if I'll modify here, I'm trying to update the model.
Oh, yeah. It's auto updating.
So why? Because whenever you are trying to modifying the model, so wherever you are using the model name, everywhere it will reflect the same value.
Same. Yeah.
So that is the beauty of AngularJS, one of the main advantage. So whenever you are modifying the model, so wherever you are using the model name, it should reflect the same name, same value, correct?
Right.
So if you clear it, so it will update. So this is called as a two-way binding.
Right.
So you can register the same, what you say, model in n number of places, and you can modify in one place. It will reflect in all the places. Say for instance, now let me add this in 10 places. Whether you can add in same place or in different HTML doesn't matter. Main is controller and model name.
Yeah.
See, in 10 places I'm using the same model name and I'm getting the value also proper, correct?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to modifying the model.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, yes. This is called two-way binding.
Yeah.
So inside the controller also, this value is available. It will update inside the controller and all the places wherever you are using, it will update it. The initial value you are giving this one, and from next time onwards, you are trying to update the model from the view side. So
Right.
the updated model is reflecting in all the places, correct?
Yeah.
So this is called as a two-way binding.
Yeah.
So okay, now we will see, last example for today. So far, as part of the model, we are retrieving only one field, right? Just ABC. So
Yeah.
this is model. So what I want to display, I want to retrieve a person details like name, age, country, date of birth.
Yeah.
So far, what we are doing, every time we are hard coding the values, correct?
Yeah.
So after maybe some after 2-3 days, what I will do, I will retrieve the values from one of the web services.
Okay.
In real time, we will retrieve the values from the database or web services.
Yeah.
So we are in initial stage. So I don't want to call immediately web service or databases. So just I will hard code these values.
Okay.
So I will give an example also how to retrieve the value from the web services also.
Yeah.
Okay. So as part of the next example, what I want to do, I want to retrieve a person details. Like here, I want to add a person as a key, and as part of the person I want to add name, age, email, all those things.
Yeah.
So how to do that one? So let's next example. So this example is clear, right?
Yes. Yes. Clear.
So this is very important two-way binding. So okay, now let me add another example. So I'm creating another dynamic web application called Angular_3,
Yeah.
and let me copy the basic files.
Yeah.
Okay, now inside my go to the controller. So here what I want to send, I don't want to send one model, I want to send a person model.
Okay.
So as part of the person, I want to send more information. More means name, age, email, date of birth, all the fields I want to send. So how to send that one? So basically here we need to create an object, correct?
Yeah.
It's like object means there is a two-way object. Let me tell you the object. So string name equal to ABC. So far we saw the example like this, correct?
Yeah.
Now what I want to do, I want to create a variable called person p equal to new person. So
Yeah.
person is a class, right?
Yeah.
So inside the person, how many variables you are declaring, like a string, name, and integer, age. So like that you can able to declare a number of fields, correct?
Right.
And P is your object, correct?
Right.
So here, how we are going to create an object? So this is a person object,
Yeah.
and how to assign the values.
Okay.
So this is a key, your model name, correct?
Yeah.
And this is your object. Object name is person. This is your object value basically. So now we have to assign the value. What is the value? How to assign the value? Name equal to John, first field.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to assign second field, age, 35.
Yeah.
And one more field, email. Email is a string, JOHN at the rate of email.com.
Yeah.
So basically, you created a person object. You created a model called person, and this is a object, and these are the values.
Yeah.
So like that, you can able to create a number of values.
Yeah.
This is a single object. Okay, now what you want to do? I want to access this person values inside my HTML site.
Right.
So how to access that one? So this is the key, correct? This is the model name, correct?
Yeah.
So copy the model name and come back to your HTML page and remove all those things. So this is your application app name and this is your controller.
Right.
Now how to access that one? So before accessing, what you have to do? So this is the syntax, correct?
Yeah.
What is your model name? Person.
Right.
So inside the person, what name? Inside the model name, what field you want to retrieve?
Okay. So I have 3. So
Name I want to retrieve.
okay.
Okay, let me deploy it. So you got name, right?
Yeah.
So before that, I want to display label. Name colon
Yeah.
value. So if you want, you can write table also. How to create a table? Table, and I want to add 3 rows. Tr. So first td I want to add as a name, and as part of the td I want to add value. So how to add? How to get the value? Correct.
Model. Yeah.
Model name. Sorry. Person dot name. So this is one simple table, and I'm trying to retrieve only name comma name only.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the difference, just add border equal to 1. Now we will see name John, correct?
Yeah.
And I want to retrieve second row as a age. I want to give this one as a age. And how to retrieve the age? Model name dot
Age.
age. Go back here, just to refresh.
Yeah.
You can able to retrieve, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to make it bold so that it will be good, right? So how to make bold? So this one, You have to write it here, B. So then go back here. This display here to display bold. Correct?
Mm.
Name, John, age, 35. And if you want to add bold for, these are plain HTML, I think we have already saw, right?
Yeah.
How to create table, how to add bold tags and all. So now it's displaying age. Now how I want to retrieve another field. What is that? Email. So how to retrieve another? So if you want to display this big table, so what we have to do? We have to add width. Width equal to 50%. Now go back here. Just refresh to display big table.
Yeah.
Name, age, John, age 35. And if you want to add one more row as an email, how to add it?
Another cell.
Copy the second row, tier, table row, paste it, and this as a email, correct?
Yeah.
So person dot email. So basically you are getting this data from model. Model is prepared inside your controller.
Right.
Now go back here. So you are getting the data.
Yeah.
So this is one object, correct?
Yeah.
So similarly, say for instance, if you want to retrieve 10 person objects, a list of object. So this is one person, right? One object so far we retrieved, correct?
Yeah.
Say for instance, list equal to new array list, create it, and list dot add p1. So now inside the list, how many person objects is there?
3.
So how to send a list of person object to the UI? So far, I mean, right now what we did, we created only one object, right?
Yep.
Only one person.
Yeah.
Only one person object we created, and we send that object to the UI, and from the UI side we can able to retrieve the details, correct? One simple person object. So how to send multiple person or list of person objects to the UI? So that we will see today or tomorrow.
Okay, next we can do that.
Yeah. So this example is clear, right?
Yep.
So this is a one simple person object we prepared inside your controller, and we send that object to view.
Yeah.
And the model what you created is person, and this model is created under your my controller one.
Yep.
So what I will do, I will send these files in email, so you can have a look and practice it.
Yep.
Okay, and we will connect tomorrow same time.
Okay.
Not same time means like originally how we are connecting that time.
Okay.
Like today we connected with one hour delay, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like that. We will connect like same time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yeah, no problem.